If you have an interest in World War I, as I do, you may find that it's somewhat frustrating trying to research it because it's such a massive topic. This war is so big that trying to research even a topic within it, like just the artillery aspect, just the politics aspect, is really, really mind-boggling at times. So you may find, as I did, that it would be very helpful to have a one-volume book that you could go to for general information about it, that you know is a reliable source, not just like looking on Wikipedia where you're like, well, I hope this is okay. I mean, I hope I'm not getting something that some kid wrote that doesn't know what the heck they're talking about. And for that, for a reliable source that you can go to, I definitely recommend this book, A World Undone, Story of the Great War by G.J. Myers. It is an excellent one-volume account of the war. Not only does he cover everything really well, but it also is very readable. It's fun to read. He does a really good job about everything about it, even like down to little details. For example, at the beginning of each chapter, he puts a quotation from that chapter said by one of the characters, which sets the stage for that chapter. So you kind of, they're very pertinent and thought-provoking. Really good way to set up a chapter, I think. For chapter 7, the quote that he puts at the beginning is, "If the iron dice roll, may God help us," by Chancellor Theobald von Bethmann-Hollweg. And so it's really cool, like you read that and you're like, oh wow, that must be an exciting chapter. It gets you excited about it, gets your the idea in your head of what's going to happen. I really like that. I like that he has pictures in here. For most of the pictures, he also puts a quotation next to most photographs so that you know not only their name. A lot of times you'll read a book and they'll have a person's picture and their name, but there's so many people in the book that you have to go flipping through it to go, oh crap, who is he talking about? I can't even remember so-and-so's name. So I think it's a really great idea that not only does he give him your name with the picture, but he also gives you a quotation of that person so you know who they're talking about, because you can think of that quote and fit it to the part in the story. The thing that I like most about the book, though, is not the pictures or the quotations. It is the way that he tells the stories. For example, the beginning of the war in this book, he is talking about the start of the war and how it all came together. And one of the things that he talks about is the relationship between Serbia and its neighbor, Austria-Hungary. And he does a really good job of showing the perspective of each. First, he talks about from Austria-Hungary's perspective, how they viewed Serbia, and you read it and you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, that totally makes sense. That terrible little twerp Serbia, they deserved it. They deserved to be invaded and everything that Austria-Hungary wanted to do. And then to the next chapter, he shows it from Serbia's perspective, and you go, oh yeah, that terrible Austria-Hungary, they're just a bully, they're just pushing everybody around. No wonder Serbia wanted to assassinate the Archduke. So he does a really good job of showing you both sides of any issue. He does it all through the book, showing you both sides, so you can definitely sympathize with either end of the story and realize that it's not just good guys versus bad guys, it is people on either side, and you can really see the issue for what it was, not just for propaganda that we still see things through the lens of. Even now, even this war that's over 100 years old, people still tend to view it through the lens that their country placed over the public at the time. So I thought it was really good that he does that. There's many, many reasons that you should read this book, but that was just a couple of them. I definitely highly recommend it. This is a cheap volume. It's only about $20 to get brand new. So definitely consider this an option when you're looking for a single volume, comprehensive overview of World War I.